Ooh, yeah, name change. That's true. Noah Hasaki, thank you very much for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, some people don't share them. Yeah, but I don't even see him sub the first time. That's why I'm like confused. Ugh. I appreciate all the new subs. Guys, if you are a new sub, you are part of the dopest community on Twitch, hands down. That's why we have such a high view to sub ratio. Make sure to link your Discord. Tell me about yourself in the sub intros. I read that shit. I really do. I read all of them. I like knowing about like the people that follow my shit and what they like about the stream. So thank you. Now Azir versus LeBlanc. Like the early shove. I love the pressure here, poking at him while the lane is pushing. I love this. I love that you're taking advantage of how whack LeBlanc's level 1 is. Well, let's try to get that level 2 first. Good. Good pressure. This is a pretty good open by you. I have no complaints. Now, what I'm looking at though is warding. Look where Elise is, and look at the jungler you're facing. Let's try to immediately get a ward down. We had this like little lull where we have siege creeps coming up. Thanks, Cyric. Appreciate it. We have like this window where the siege creeps got a long way to travel. That'd be a nice time to get this ward down. I know that the ward isn't going to defend against everything that this guy's going to show up again. Like you could also do, if you want to be fancy and like do a ward just specifically for Kayn right here, because a lot of Kayns like to do this bullshit. But personally, I think a ward here or here would be good options while you have that lull in time. Also, pots, I'd probably use one biscuit here just to top off a little bit, protect ourselves. We are facing an assassin. And she will start trading with us offensively if we show weakness, like HP weakness or anything like that. Yeah, you see your ward would have actually detected Kayn if you'd placed it. You see that? You would have already had a pretty good, you would have given Elise a lot of info and potentially got a first blood. So I love the early shove. Remember that both junglers will start on this side of the map in most cases, and the ward up here early is huge off the early shove. It helps a lot. I don't like that you just gave up your XP like that as Azir pre-6. It seems very risky that you're ever going to get anything. Remember who you're playing with, or who you're getting coached by. You're getting coached by the most selfish player on Twitch. I'm selfish, but it's for good reason. This, I don't mind you missing the gold. I don't. I mind you missing the XP. Look at your XP bar. You're facing an assassin who thrives off XP advantages. You cannot be just running around your lane like this and giving up lane control, chasing shit that's super rarely gonna fall into your lap, okay? I don't like it. So I would not have, if I'm gonna move, I'm gonna move in XP range. So XP range, I'm gonna move down this way if I'm gonna help at all. Or this way if I'm gonna help at all, trying to leech the XP on the way out. That's important. You must do that. Don't give up your XP like that for free. Lucky for us, LeBlanc has not tried to push into us or do anything offensive. And like I told you to use your biscuit, she never even pressured us off of XP or HP rather. So it's kind of cool when we don't have to play right and we get away with it. It's always nice. Elise's bottom side, so that means when you back, there's no reason for you to back off of the push. You see how you played scared for a second there? When Elise is here, go ham. Step into it and go ham. LeBlanc just W'd in front of you. Go ham. Get under tower, shove, pressure, get this lane pushed in. Remember that you can take more aggressive stances, postures when your jungler's on your side. As long as you're cheating towards their side. So you get pushed out of lane. The gank comes, doesn't really do much to you. You shove, I like it, and then you back. I like the start. It's one of those lanes where it's pretty chill in terms of what you're going to be able to do. Like LeBlanc isn't going to give you free kills very often, and that's fine. I'm not expecting you to go too crazy in lane. It's pretty cut and dry. Neace just want to say thanks for uploading. I appreciate you watching regular, dude. Thank you, thank you. I like how you're taking your farming seriously in this. I think that's how you win with Azir, is you become a farm animal. Not getting much damage on the tower, but I don't expect you to. I think you're getting out of line. Yeah, you're getting out of line. You deserve this. This is your worst play. I don't know where the fuck you think you're going. I think this is just I think this is impatience, to be honest. You shove the wave in and you're like, I'm gonna roam to top. But it's like, what do you think? What do you think you're going to be doing up there, I guess is my question. Do you think that Fiora is going to live in this situation? That's my first question. Do you think Fiora wins this spot? I don't think she wins. I think that she's just going to die if Elise goes for this. The next thing I'm going to say is you are holding LeBlanc to lane and beating her ass. Thought it was possible she'd get out. I mean, I guess, but like, she's sub 50 HP, and when Azir isn't in the lane, bad things happen, brother. That's like Azir. That's like Azir 101. Is like, if we leave lane, and we're not just like, all right, let me do it in terms of like the 100 games to diamond climb. Okay, obviously Azir was a little bit stronger then, but the same concept with Azir holds true. What you did at the start, like you were basically just shoving the lane and keeping LeBlanc away from you and getting your farm, you seem to be taking it seriously. You have the most CS in the room. You and I both know you can farm a little bit better based on this, but it was pretty solid, right? What is LeBlanc able to do to you this game? Not much. And what will you be able to do to LeBlanc as the game drags on and the rest of her team versus a bunch of squishy champs? You will obliterate them as Azir. Like, you will shit on them as Azir. Okay, so my issue with this whole situation is that you are leaving lane in the hopes to assist with the dive, when in reality all you're doing is going to encourage LeBlanc to follow you when you think about it, because the wave is not that big. Pretty easy for her to follow into her jungle anyways. And you're Azir. You're skill shot based, you're squishy as shit, and you do very terribly outside of this space. This is your home. Push in, smack a tower, EQ back if you get caught, and then ult if it gets really bad. Abandoning what you do well is a one-way ticket to fucking gray screen town, dude. So, I mean, look, Fiora almost clutches it or whatever, right? But ultimately, you can pretty much bank on that never going their way. And then here, for some reason, you skip the plant. Makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. You skip the plant. That's free HP, free mana. The wave was already crashing, and she's obviously going to fuck with you on the wave. It does not get annoying. Thanks, Funky. Shit on. So I liked everything you were doing in lane until that roam. I hate the roam. I wish you wouldn't do that play. I wish you would just focus on your lane and getting your tower down. I was expecting to be bored with your replay by you just kind of wave clearing and pushing, but that would have been the way that I would have liked to see the game play out. I want to see you crush everyone in farm and control the game. I don't like fancy plays. I don't like fancy roams. I want to see you impress me with your farming. This play, let's see. I like the attempt. Now he shove. No, shove. Don't get caught in this shit. Just push it in. I don't want you to put the tower up here. You put the tower up here. I don't want it here. You're not going to be able to continue a push with this tower. It's pointless. You would have been able to push this without the tower's assistance. I would rather you use the passive for a siege off of your next back. So here we've got, it looks like you have enough for, I forget what it's called. Not called Stinger, it's called Nashers. I wanted you to buy Nashers and then come back into this with your tower and siege with it then. You have flash and barrier, ult, and a lot of wiggle room. So think about it. You put this tower up, you get maybe one wave of siege. You can't really pressure LeBlanc. As soon as she shows her face, you're going to have to leave. It's not a very comfy position for you to be in. Not a lot of mana, not a lot of HP. Gold behind that you could use to impact the map. Also, with the siege, you could be hamming on this tier 2 with the Nashor's Tooth and a big siege ready to go. So I don't like this use of the passive here. I think you can come up with a better use of it. Good little jukes, though. I don't really... this is a variance play to me. This is like, okay, it went well anyways, but long term, I don't like it. I would have used the... I would have backed there, I think. It's cool that it works out, though. The Banshee's Rush is a little weird. I'm not going to criticize you because I have no fucking idea what people are running on Azir right now. I'll check. Back in my day, we went Nashes and Rylai's every game. Every single game, that's what we went. Oh look, Bjerg still does that. What do people do? Some people are going like Morellos now. What a weird world. Nash are still pretty standard. Interesting. Sorry, I was looking at builds. I wanted to know. I wanted to know what the hell's going on. People go Nashers and then Rylai's a lot. Ludens sometimes. Morelos sometimes. Banshees shows up. Does this guy go Banshees because of that? Yeah, it looks like you're on top of it, dude. Banshees because of Ari, because of LeBlanc. I think it's fine. I'm not really convinced that we needed it, though, versus this particular LeBlanc, based on the way he's been playing. But I can see why you would do it. Like, what I mean by how he's been playing is he doesn't really strike me as an aggressive player that's taken any, like, aggressive trades with you or anything. You can shove the next wave in if you like. There's nothing stopping you from shoving that wave if you wanted. Let's back up a little bit. I just want to see something. What's up, Broken Mold? Yeah, I think it's okay. You almost get the kill there on LeBlanc. I think it was fine to go for it. I don't know if our passive is up. If it is, I really would like to get a siege going when it makes sense. It says it's up. But I don't know if it is. And this is all pretty dull, but this is what I want. I want you in lane. But I also... Do you know if your passive has been up here this whole time? I can't tell. Because I'm of the school of thought that I think that you ham on mid, put your tower up, you put it up with like a siege wave, you come down here, you hit the tower. If you can't get anything done, try to steal smalls, try to steal chickens when you're allowed to, try to take some more camps when you're allowed to, but ultimately we just get huge and we just keep going. We just keep pressing for that tier 2 while we farm up. That's the mini game I like to play. This is my type of Azir play right here. Nice and sleepy, dude. Nice and sleepy and farmy. Let's talk about what you did here. First things first, this was lazy by you. You didn't protect your banshees that you bought. This is standard Janna shit. Get away from this wave. Move to the side, protect your banshees, okay? There's no reason for you to waste this. It's important. You know what she's going to do. Janna does the same thing every time, guys. If a wave's pushing, she leads with Tornado, then she's going to either shield herself or the tower she's defending. Like, that's too fucking easy. You dodged Tornado. You could walk up and put a little pressure on her if you'd like. But whatever. We should have protected our Banshee's Veil. It's a very important ability to keep because it might make the difference between what is about to happen, right? Now, here she's fucking with you, right? Why? Your team is about to get Dragon. You don't have to challenge this Janna. She just gave you the tower, okay? And you need to understand that going for this Janna with a composition that you're facing is very dangerous. The Kayn can hop over the walls anytime. You need to remember that when you've pushed into tier 2 like this, the red arrows represent what the jungler's going to be doing the whole time. Back and forth. The jungler's going to be crossing back and forth and looking for an opportunity to pick you. So what you should have done, because what are we doing? We're boring Neace to sleep is what you should have been trying to accomplish with this replay. You're boring me to sleep with your ability to farm well and to keep pressuring your lane like a fucking train, dude. That's what Azir is supposed to be about. You bore me to sleep because you take the tier 2 tower, you place your soldier here, shuffle out, over the wall, gone. All right? Instead, what do? You get amped because I don't know, maybe you're impatient or whatever, just like you did when you did this little roam here. You abandon what's good about Azir. And instead of spacing out and repositioning towards your team, which is what you should have done, you should have repositioned towards them because this is a safety zone for us so we can do our Azir things. You get the free tower, the free tier 2, and you immediately go, Janna, I'm gonna get you, right? Which is just like, she tells on herself. This is rank, dude. This isn't norms. These people are stupid in some ways, but not just pure retarded. Look, she tells on her jungler. You don't even need vision. She tells you right that you're getting ganked. Watch. You are getting ganked. You are getting ganked. And you still go, I can kill you, right? But why? You just got a free objective. She didn't defend the objective. Guys, what do we kill people for, right? To take shit after we kill them. We don't have to kill them if they're not blocking objectives. She didn't block the objective. She gave it to us. Now just fucking leave and reset. Take a breather. You got tier 2 already. You kept your tower up. Your tower hasn't even been touched. 21 minutes. You got tier 2 by yourself solo. Just control your lead. Back, reset. Do it again. Your team's getting Dragon. Why give them anything off of this? Why even bother? Vel'Koz takes forever to take towers. Azir is awesome because he just knocks down towers so fast if you leave him alone. My favorite memories of Azir players are the ones that just sat in the mid the whole game. I just like crush towers down. This is you, by the way. I want you to see this. What's about to happen? Remember this juicy, beautiful tower? Well, that would have been us. We would have been controlling it. Again, I'm the most selfish player going, dude, when I play mid. Keep my tower up like my life depends on it. Why don't you post stuff on Summoner School Reddit instead of Circles Reddit? My stuff gets posted on Reddit and Summoner School Reddit now all the time. And that's a good thing. Because I make good content. Not trash content like fucking Philol, dude. All caps garbage. Although now I have to do all caps because it's the only way that my shit gets indexed. It's really annoying. We all hate, by the way, like all of us hate YouTube. Like we all hate it right now because videos get turned off for monetization. Why are we top right now? Gotta see this again. So here you shove in. Riddle me this. Why not just set yourself up for the next wave that's coming right away, because you're Azir, right? And we can just ham on this wave here with Nashers. Why do you feel like you gotta rush over here right away? Fuck them. I want you to help. I don't mind you helping. Get this wave under there. Just get it all under there now. That way it's perma pressured for the next, like, I don't know how long, 30 seconds or so, right? And you don't have to worry about managing this anymore. Also, you get all the XP. Again, XP, important. Boring Neace to sleep with Azir, important. Do you think, and also, no one's even defending this thing. Seriously. Just push, just hit this. Think about it. You had free XP. We could have basically had the siege minions moving down, and then you rotate over, and you've got that nice long window where the wave is pushed under tower, and you're golden for a time. Instead, we lose our Banshees to Janna, and then we stand around. We miss some XP. Wave is pushing back out to mid right now, and now you're stuck in this weird position where we're like up here chilling. I guess we're getting good damage off, which is cool. But watch mid closely, okay? If this goes bad, watch mid. It goes bad. Tower almost falls again. What did I say? This is gonna be the story of your life, dude. Are you noticing a trend? Diving Janna after you take a tower results in you dying. Roaming to top after you're winning lane results in you dying. Roaming top when you could pressure the tower and pull somebody to you first results in you dying. I don't want Azir to split push. I want Azir to stay in his fucking lane and push like his life depends on it. Until he's big enough to where he can auto win team fights. LeBlanc's ahead of us in XP now. We analyze this together. You tell me that I'm wrong about this. Azir is a brick, dude. He controls. Control mage. Control mages don't give up any free free mid lane pressure by running around the map. That's where they do trash. That's where they perform poorly. As far as fights go, I will say that this is the kind of fight that I want. I want the 5v5 where your team is in the front for you, because this is where Azir gets decent value. However, we've made a lot of mistakes up until this point. How did she stop us? We didn't have enough mana? That seemed weird to me. I think you just abandoned your plan too much this game. When you started out, I said, hey man, you're doing okay in farm. Now look at your farm. Ah, yeah, got it. Got it. She must have stood in front of it. Look at your farm now. What should your farm be? If you had focused on, you know, staying in your lane, getting your farm up, knocking the towers down and surviving, what would your farm be right now? How much gold do you think you'd have? I think you would have died 0 times to this point, and you would have 230 farm. Yeah, 220, 230, yeah. Unless you're farming like a Jesus Christ and you're taking like damn near every camp that's thrown at you, you're gonna get like 260. So, yeah. I like seeing Azir. I personally think Azir's fine. People say, "Oh, Azir's super weak, super garbage." I don't think he's garbage. I just think people play kind of like you do, where they don't play to the champion's strengths. I think he's just one of those champions that's like, he's almost a meme, but there's just so many bad Azirs out there. I think your adjustment will be very, very easy in that what you did at the beginning, where you pressured the lane, focused on getting the tower down, focused on getting the tier 2 down. Also, your passive, by the way, use your passive in conjunction with pushes. Siege waves running down mid, throw up your passive. You got a big power spike off of the back. You got full mana HP. Throw your passive up on a tower and try to make a strong push to deal some damage. Work off of your passive. Work off of your strengths, which is pushing lanes and being untouchable. And then you have, as soon as you've taken a tower, you can just shuffle out. As opposed to what you did, which was, every time when you were winning lane, you ran up here and tried to assist with a dive. Why? Fuck that. Just crush the tower down. Here, knock down this. Yeah, dude. We got that taco going. This, same thing. Tier 2, Janice chilling, runs at you. Your default move was to challenge. You abandon what your function is. Crush the towers, farm big, scale up, and then control your mid. You basically should have a perfect HP tower sitting here and like near perfect farm, and you could just constantly be jamming waves down middle and just getting bigger and bigger. If your team decides to fight, you swing up, hold the push, and then swing back down to mid again. Because when you started running around the map like a goober, that's when you always got in trouble this game. Every single time. This is one of those, this is like a Victor. I put Victor and Azir in the same category. Just fucking stay in your lane and do the scale thing. Azir and Victor are incredible at that. You can't get rid of them. You can't bully them out. Unless you play like an assassin really well. So just do what you're supposed to do, which is right now you should be level 15 with near perfect farm and mid towers shoved. Every single time the wave shows up in mid, you run out just outside of tower range, you take it, help your team with objectives, resume push, maybe take some chickens or whatever, and then there you go, dude. You would have had no problem this game. Now look at us. About 100 CS behind where we should be. Well, a little less than 100. Here you take tower, you back. I want to see how this ends, how they get Baron. Here your positioning is really sloppy. You clear the wave, which is fine. You see how you run forward when this guy's going in on your Zyra? You should be stepping back. You should actually technically be standing right here right now, but you're in the front. Why? Azir clears towers and stays alive right here. Why are you standing in the front? Stand in the back. Force them to tank tower shots and run through your soldiers in order to get to you. And then simply kite back. Pretty decent open. But you just didn't have a plan. It didn't look like you had a plan and you didn't trust the plan. I'm giving you a plan. If you show me an Azir gameplay, show me a man that farms like a G, stays in his lane, pushes that shit down, shoves lane under tower, backs when the lane's crashed, and then keeps building up the power spikes, dropping passive as you go, getting vision down like control ward here as you go, using your blue trinket as you go, and just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the end of the game, you should have like, right now, you should have like 270 farm. Okay? This is your place. Running around the map, every time you did it this replay, it never made sense to me, and it never felt right. All right. YouTube, cringe outro time. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, there's a button above my head. It's a sub button. You click that shit, and there's other videos. Check them out. Thank you for watching. It's Neace, No Bullshit Gamer, and I'm out. Peace. Tacos. Cool.